Good afternoon and welcome to Nationwide on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. We're reaching you live from Abuja. I am Ronke Kolawole. The Federal High Court sitting in Kano has sacked the gubernatorial candidate of the People's Democratic Party for Kano State, Abba Kabir Yusuf. Awal Salisu has the report.
The case was instituted before Justice Louis Alagoa by Ibrahim Al-Aminu, one of the aspirants for governorship under the banner of the People's Democratic Party. He alleged that the party denied him the right to contest primary election, having bought expression and nomination forms. The complainant said he approached the court to interpret whether the party can go ahead to field a candidate for the forthcoming governorship elections in Kano State without conducting primary elections or not. Counsel to the plaintiff tendered before the court a document that showed the party did not conduct primary elections. Justice Louis Alagua averred that some sections of the Electoral Act insist that the party must conduct primary elections to nominate its candidates. He said failure of the party to adhere to the electoral law make PDP vulnerable without gubernatorial candidate for Kano State in the forthcoming gubernatorial elections. Justice Alagua directed that PDP should conduct fresh primary election for the nomination of its standard bearer for the forthcoming governorship elections in Kano State. Counsel to the plaintiff and that of PDP comments.
So as it appears now, the PDP has to put its acts together and ensure that they have another candidate between now and Saturday.
We will look at it and do the needful, honestly speaking. We will look at it and sit down and look at it.
In Kano, Awal Salisu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, 16 gubernatorial candidates from various political parties have withdrawn their candidature and adopted Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje as sole candidate for the forthcoming election for the governorship. Abdullahi Mustafa reports that this development is coming on the heels of growing support for the ruling All Progressives Congress APC in the state.
More than 30 political parties fielded candidates for the governorship election in Kano State. Less than a week to the polls, 16 candidates withdrew from the race and collapsed their structure into the All Progressive Congress APC. While on a solidarity visit to Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, Ibrahim Bello Gaya of the UPC disclosed that all state assembly contestants from their parties have also shelved their ambition.
So we are a coalition of our gubernatorial candidates here in Kano that really come to him and to show him our solidarity to vote for him as our choice governor come 2019, inshallah.
Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje thanked the governorship candidates for identifying with the numerous achievements of the APC government and their decision to join the party. Present during the solidarity rally were governorship candidates of the UPN, AD, AA, UMPP, ADC, and UPC.
In the meantime, the incoming 9th Assembly has been advised to prioritize working in synergy with the executive to move Nigeria forward. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria say it will be unfortunate for the 9th Assembly to replicate the continuous crisis that characterized the 8th Assembly. Lydia Sampson has the details.
The guests, who unanimously agreed that the presidential and National Assembly elections were free and fair, says the playout of some members of the National Assembly losing is simply democracy at work, in line with the people's mandate. They urged the 9th Assembly to be more focused and issue-driven by putting Nigeria first.
The party's interference in zoning respective offices, I think this was purely informed by the need to take into cognizance the heterogeneous nature of Nigerian society and also give a sense of belonging to all the constituent parts of the Nigerian society.
If somebody believes, for instance, in the APC, that he can partner with the PDP and that will help him emerge as a leader of the House, as a Speaker of the House, even against the permissions of the party, he will do that. And so it's money yet on Creation Day. Nobody can sit here with all certainty and determine exactly how events will play out.
They called on the ruling All Progressives Party to harness their simple majority with clear programs on the party's journey to the next level to avoid ambiguities.
To caution the ruling party to say, look, yes, you have a simple majority, but it is not your thought for you to be able to ride roughshod over the opposition. You cannot discountenance the opposition, but without that thought, there must be a carry along, otherwise we won't make progress.
Having been elected into a chamber of the parliament through a vehicle or political party, the moment you get there, you begin to misbehave or think that you are independent. That is political indiscipline, and it should not be tolerated.
The guests also called for mutual respect from both the executive and legislative arm of government for the overall interests of democracy and the Nigerian project. In Abuja, Lydia Samson, NTA News.
Preparation in top gear for governorship election in Lagos State. Details of this and other stories with Hingino. Hello, Hingino. It's over to you.
Thank you, Ronke, and welcome to Lagos. More groups have celebrated the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari with a charge to do Nigerians. Abolade Salami reports that Katsina State indigents in Lagos decided to go spiritual in their celebration.
The recitation of the Holy Quran by Muslim clerics set the tone for the special prayer organized by Katsina State indigents based in Lagos. According to the organizers, the prayer is for President Muhammadu Buhari to achieve his next level agenda for the country.
And our President Muhammadu Buhari, we pray for him, my Almighty Allah God, to lead us in the next 4 years. Inshallah, I promise you, this country go labu. This country go good. By God's grace, everybody, all the Nigerian people, they know say it's a good place.
The group expressed optimism for the delivery of good governance and the trajectory of growth and development.
President Muhammadu Buhari has no option than to continue to record milestones the way he has been doing. In fact, I expect him that he will improve much more. So we are going to see a second term of more action, more performance, more delivery of the good of the democracy to the people of Nigeria.
The Katsina State indigents based in Lagos reaffirmed their unalloyed support for the government. In Lagos, Abolade Salami, NTA News.
Lagosians have expressed readiness for Saturday's governorship election and House of Assembly elections. They spoke with Rotimi Oloagbemi, who went out to know the level of preparations on the election.
Some Lagos residents who spoke with NTA News say they are still basking in the euphoria of the outcome of presidential and National Assembly elections held on Saturday, 23rd of February. Yet, the respondents say they are, however, looking forward to casting their ballots on Saturday night of this month.
We are preparing, and Nigerians are preparing too. And we just hope that there will be a free, fair, and credible election.
Although I'm very prepared for it, and I'm trusting God that it will be peaceful, and I believe God that there will not be too much reading. In fact, there should not be reading at all.
Number one is to get your voter's card, which I've gotten my voter's card. So the next thing is for me to vote for the person I want to vote for.
Personally, I'm prepared. My son here too is prepared, because as a good Nigerian, you know the election will come next Saturday. So you have to prepare.
My level of preparation is dependent on the credibility of the previous election.
I will perform my civic right now. I will go out, I will vote. That's all.
I am 100% ready for the election.
I'm fully prepared. By the grace of God, I will come out. I will go and exercise my right.
Me, I'm not voting. Me, I will just be at home.
I'll just be in my house.
Why?
Anywhere that I want to go and vote, should go and vote.
If I like, I will vote. If I like, I will not vote.
Come this Saturday, we will all go out there and cast our votes.
Negotiants are set to choose the candidate of their choice in the governorship and House of Assembly elections. In Lagos, Rotimi Oluwagbemi, NTA News.
Over 1,000 youths across the country are benefiting from the federal government's economic empowerment program through the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons. The commission disclosed this at the opening of a 5-day skill acquisition program in Lagos. Ime Udori compiled this report.
Shehu was internally displaced from Maiduguri as a result of the insurgency in the northeast. Shehu moved to Lagos, and since then, he has been making ends meet by riding commercial motorbike to provide for his family. This empowerment program, therefore, is an added advantage for Shehu to acquire skills in mobile phone repair.
This one is still easy. I will learn gradual by grace of God.
The program is focusing on various entrepreneurial skills for IDPs, Libyan returnees, and refugees migrants to better their lives.
A variety of skills, but practical skills, because the commissioner believes that practicability makes it better. It's better for efficiency.
Participants say the training will make them productive.
Immediately I acquired the knowledge, as I was saying, I will make sure I train people around me.
I'll use it to help myself and use it and buy anything that I want. So that's why I need this thing.
I'll be feeding my children. I'll be okay.
The training, which is taking place in 3 locations in the southwest, is expected to empower over 100 youths in Lagos and Ijebu-Ode. Certificates will be presented to the beneficiaries at the end of the 5-day training.
That does it from Lagos. It's over to you, Mohammed, in our Maiduguri Network Center.
Thank you, Hingino, and welcome to Maiduguri. Shehu of Borno, Abubakar Ibn Umar Garbe Al-Amin Al-Kanemi, has marked 10 years anniversary on the throne with special prayers for peace and distribution of educational materials to pupils of primary schools. Naomi Aboku reports.
The event marking the 10th anniversary of the Shehu of Borno, Abubakar Ibn Umar Garbe Al-Kanemi, was without fanfare as the usual practice, but a visit to Magumeri town about 35 kilometers away from Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, and old Maiduguri, for special prayers for peace to reign in Nigeria and thanksgiving with the people of the areas and other traditional title holders. While there, the Shehu also distributed educational materials to primary and senior secondary school pupils. In spite of the security challenges experienced during the year the Shehu was enthroned, his resilience and unique leadership style brought about relative peace through prayers.
Mr. President, also we have to commend him and thank him for all what he has done to the people of Borno. No single local government in Borno is under control of Boko Haram. They are all under control of Nigerian government.
Shehu Abubakar Ibn Umar Garbe El-Kanemi is described as a detribalized leader, attested to by his ability to maintain a cordial relationship with his people, government, and other people across the state.
He refused to relocate to any other place. Then he stayed in his palace within the city of Maiduguri. He has gained a lot of respect because of his empathy and because of the contributions that he had given in terms of peace.
The Shehu expressed happiness over the significant peace being enjoyed in the state and called on the people to keep praying to God, as it is the only solution to the security challenges facing the country. In Maiduguri, Naomi Abu, NTA News.
Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Maiduguri Zonal Network Center, has organized a send-forth for 2 of its staff, having put in 35 years of service with the organization. Rebecca Bature reports.
The 2 retirees, Dauda Garba, who retired as Manager of Finance, and Umar Tahir, Assistant Manager Marketing, were honored for their selfless service to the organization as cited by Administrative Department of NTA Maiduguri. The Zonal Director, Umar Lawal Lalu, while commending the staff for their teamwork in sustaining transmission, charged them to maintain the tempo.
Whenever NTA medical staff go out, you will find them they are performing well.
He appreciated the hard work and harmonious working relationship with the retirees. The Assistant Director, Admin and Training, Christiana Omotara, thanked the Zonal Director for creating an enabling environment for the staff.
I want to place it on record that the giant strides taken by the Zonal Director in taking NTA Maiduguri Zonal Network Center to the next level is unprecedented.
On behalf of the retirees, Umar Tahir thanked the management and staff of NTA Maiduguri for the cordial relationship they enjoyed during their service. The retirees were then appreciated with a gift on behalf of NTA Maiduguri. In Maiduguri, Rebecca Buture, NTA News.
That's all for our contribution, and it's time for a commercial break, after which Nationwide continues.
Mass Medical Mission has finally done it, ensuring that prevention of cancer and cancer-related ailments is available to you right where you are. Our mobile cancer center, also known as Pink Cruise, is equipped with relevant state-of-the-art medical equipment to serve you wherever you are. All you have to do is apply for the Pink Cruise to come to your community or organization by sending a request to info@pinkcruise.org. Remember to suggest 3 alternative dates when you will prefer the Pink Cruise to come to conduct free preventive health care at your doorstep, including checking your body, your eyes, and your teeth. For more information on the Pink Cruise and how to take advantage of it, please log on to www.pinkcruise.org or visit us at the MMM House, number 31 Abode Thomas Street, Surulere, Lagos, or call 0805-633-4288. Mission Pink Cruise, taking wellness to all.
The 2019 general elections, this week on NTA Tuesday Live. Plus, focus on governorship, state assemblies, and local government elections. NTA Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Promises to be incisive and informative. Don't miss it.
When you hear that sound, you know that Nigeria's most authentic newscast is about to begin. NTA Network News, breaking the news for over 40 years.
Glad to know you're still watching Nationwide on the largest television network in Africa, the NTA. Following the invasion and looting of the Presidential Amnesty Program's Vocational Training Center in Bayelsa State that occurred this month, the coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, Professor Charles Dokubo, has inaugurated a 6-man special investigative panel to probe into the incidents. While inaugurating the panel, Professor Dokubo says all the perpetrators of the Nefarious Act must be severely punished according to laid down laws.
I couldn't believe that people who own their own property, on their own ground, pollute it instead of waiting for it to be distributed. It touched my heart. Places that are Agadapa, in other places, they have set up a vocational training center to enable the communities and to provide lower and middle class manpowers for the oil and gas industry. Why can't other places copy that and make a success of whatever vocational training center they have in their place? I am touched, and I don't mind the rumors that is.
Joseph Johnson reports that the 6-man panel has Brigadier General Shotunde Shogunuga as chairman, while Dodoya Ripo DSS, CSP Paddy Ogun Police, Mrs. Ernest Cynthia Ogbe, Ruben Wilson, and Mr. Onyeme Ayo as members.
We are going to do our best to unravel what has happened, and without fear of favor.
The panel has 7 working days to complete its investigations and submit the report for further actions. Kano State Command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has recorded another breakthrough with the arrest of an international drug baron with 50 kilograms psychoactive substance and additional hard drugs weighing 150 kilograms worth millions of naira. Lawal Salahu Inua reports that the agency also arrested more than 100 people alleged to be involved in drug-related offenses.
Items confiscated include 872 kilograms of Indian hemp, 715 psychotropic substances, 400 kilograms of cocaine, and 120 kilograms of heroin. The command also apprehended a suspect who supplies a new illicit substance known as cat and usually produced in East and Southern Africa.
I asked the man who said he will send it. Nigeria, I should give to someone in Ghana. Please put on it. I said, it is okay, allowable, it has been sent to Nigeria. He said, yes, it has been sent normally.
If you're married one, when they catch you with this, they will depart you from your family. And some of us that is not married yet, the time they're going to waste us and other things, I don't think it will be better for us.
For the first time in history, the command arrested 37 cocaine addicts and dislodged various points of drug abuse in the state. Despite the federal government banned the importation of codeine syrup and tramadol, some Nigerians engage in the production of fake syrup and circulate across the country.
Whoever is caught wanting, especially in the ongoing gubernatorial election, will definitely be brought to book. He will be apprehended and be arraigned before the Federal High Court.
The commander, Abdul Ibrahim, advised politicians to refrain from encouraging the habit of thuggery through supplying of drugs to their followers. From November last year to February 2019, the command has apprehended over 250 suspects and charged many of them to court to face the wrath of the law. Lawal Salahu Inua, NTA News.
Let's take more security report from Enugu Network Center. Chinyere is our guide. Hello, Chinyere. It's over to you.
Welcome to Enugu Network Center. Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano has expressed the determination of the executive and legislative arms of government to work in synergy with the judiciary in ensuring quick justice on the state. Governor Obiano stated this while swearing in the new acting chief judge of the state, Justice Ijem Onwamebu, at the government house, which Enna Nwokoye reports.
Ijem Onwamebu, do solemnly swear.
The new acting chief judge of the state, Justice Ijem Onwamebu, until her appointment, was the most senior judge of the Anambra State High Court. The state governor, Willie Obiano, promised to give her the necessary support to deliver on her mandate.
I want to reassure both the acting chief judge of the state and the members of the bar and the bench and bar that I will give her all the support required.
The new chief judge, who is on acting capacity, promised to create a criminal law division to ensure speedy dispensation of criminal cases.
We are going to embark on jail delivery exercise more frequently.
I've known her for many, many years, and I know that she'll continue to be straightforward in her judgment.
She's a very senior fellow, highly disciplined judge.
Justice Ijem Onwamebu is the first female chief judge in the history of Anambra State. From Oka, Uchenna Nwokoye, NTA News.
Ahead of 2019 rescheduled general election, governorship candidates of participating political parties in Imo State have signed peace accord to ensure violence-free elections in the state. Kingsley Ononiwu reports that the peace accord is the initiative of the State Police Command in conjunction with other security agencies.
Signing of the peace accord by over 60 governorship candidates out of 70 governorship candidates in the state, alongside the chairman of their various political parties, which took place at the Imo State Police Command headquarters, was witnessed by European Union election observers, officials of Independent National Electoral Commission, supporters of the candidates, representatives of various security agencies in the state, was initiated by the State Police Command to ensure that the affected governorship candidates and the supporters play according to the rules during the 2019 general elections. The State INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner, Professor Francis Ezon, promised a level playing ground for all the candidates and their political parties.
We will ensure that we provide a level playing ground.
Some of the governorship candidates speak on the peace accord.
They discharge their responsibilities without fear or favor. They should endeavor not to favor any party.
Very good initiative from the security agencies.
At the end of the day, I'm sure, God's willing, that everything will come and the election will come here and go peacefully.
In Nowhere, Kingsley Onanu, NTA News.
The Commissioner of Police Enugu State Command, Suleiman Balarabe, says the Nigerian police will not tolerate persons or groups that will attempt to foment trouble during the forthcoming gubernatorial and House of Assembly elections. The CP made this known during a press conference in Enugu. Ijoma Uweke reports.
The Commissioner of Police is seeking the cooperation of journalists in the state to ensure peace and security of lives and property during the elections and beyond. While commending the media for the role played during the last elections, Mr. Balarabe assured that the command has improved the level of insecurity to enhance professionalism in the discharge of its duties.
We are praying also to see the 9th March election of the gubernatorial also free and fair in Enugu State. For the police in the command, we are going to give level playing ground, and we are going to act in accordance with the Inspector General of the Police policy of professionalism.
Speaking on the explosion at Otiba roundabout Enugu on the eve of the presidential election, the CP said the command has arrested the suspected owner of the exploded bag suspected to contain the remnants of the IED who hails from Kogi State. Also arrested, according to the commissioner, were armed robbery suspects, motorcycle and handbag snatchers. Recovered items include 2 sharp iron, hammer, charms, and a Toyota Camry vehicle. CP Suleiman Balarabe resumed duty at the Enugu Command on the 11th February 2019. In Enugu, Ijomu Gweke, NTA News.
That's it from Enugu. Let's now join us more from Sokoto for more from that zone.
Thank you, Chinyere. Good afternoon and welcome to Sokoto. The United States Ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Swart Symington, has challenged Nigerians to work together for the future of Nigeria. The ambassador was speaking at a courtesy call on Governor Aminu Waziri Tambol of Sokoto State. Elhatu Abdullahi completes the story.
Mr. Stuart Symington noted that the 2019 election is a remarkable period for the global community as Nigerians elect leaders for the country, describing peaceful election at the basis of choosing credible leaders to meet the aspirations of the people. While saying that there is correlation between insecurity and injustice, Ambassador Symington called on security agencies, politicians, and the supporters of political parties to be agents of peace during the coming gubernatorial and state assembly elections and beyond to guarantee freedom of democracy.
But I call on every citizen of this wonderful state on the election day and in the days leading up to it and in the days after to be yourself an agent of peace, of good, of freedom, and democracy. That's the big point.
Governor Aminu Waziri Tambol acknowledged the interest of United States of American government on Sokoto State, saying the state had interesting experience during the last week presidential and National Assembly elections.
We encourage the culture of nonviolence during the campaigns. We encourage the youth to go about canvassing for their candidates without holding any machete, without holding any guns, without holding any stick.
The ambassador was also at the Sultan's Palace, where he described Sokoto as one of the most peaceful states in the country and called on the people to maintain the peace. In Sokoto, Dalhatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari's re-election has been described as a victory for democratic transformation in Africa. These were the views of speakers at an event organized by Women and Youth Presidential Campaign Committee held in Sokoto. Muhammad Nasir completes the story.
The announcement of the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari for the second term has gingered the supporters of the president in Sokoto under the auspices of Women and Youth Presidential Campaign Committee from across the 23 local government areas of the state to come out and thank Almighty Allah for making the election real and acceptable by Nigerians, observers from within and outside the country, and leaders of international community. They described the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari as a victory for democracy in Africa. Dinner was also organized to appreciate the efforts of Nigerians who voted the president with optimism that the electorate will continue to enjoy more dividends of democracy. Speakers at the event highlighted the achievements recorded by President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in the area of economy, security, fighting corruption, railways, road networks, and electricity, among others.
Nigerians are now delighted with the kind of leadership they are receiving.
He was able to use that meager resources in providing basic infrastructure.
They call on APC supporters in the country to vote for APC governors and all members of the state assemblies under the platform of the party.
To come out in their numbers on Saturday to vote for the governor so that they will assist the president in exposing his own duties.
The Women and Youth Presidential Campaign Committee is chaired by the wife of the president, Aisha Muhammadu Buhari. In Sokoto, Muhammad Nasir, NTA News.
And that's it from Sokoto. The news will continue with Ronke in Abuja. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too, Asmao. Residents of Kubwa and its environment in the Federal Capital Territory can now breathe a sigh of relief after 18 months of epileptic power supply in the area. This follows the maintenance work on one of the two transformers supplying the area. Donye Dia has the report.
The 60 MV 132/133 kVA transformer is one of the special equipments brought into the country to boost power supply in Kubwa and its environment. The unexpected breakdown in August 2017 resulted in an epileptic supply of electricity owing to the massive loading sharing. To repair the equipment in 2017, a whopping sum of 25 million naira and the services of foreign engineers was required. Today, however, the narrative is changing as the Transmission Company of Nigeria is rising up to the task using local content initiative. The attempt, according to the company, if successful, would drive the energy generation and supply to an appreciable level.
Looking at the investment in terms of transformer, we are also looking at the quality of power. You remember, we have achieved frequency control that have never been achieved in the history of this country. We have also advertised for spinning reserve, which we have concluded the evaluation and forwarded to NAC. Once NAC approve and we deploy the spinning reserve, you will soon see that what you call system collapse will be a thing of the past.
Acting Director, Transformers and Reactor, Usman Umar, is the team leader.
So we can rely on local effort. In fact, if we have workshop, we can even machine a transformer.
Government is going extra mile to distribution network expansion program. They set aside billions of naira to assist the DISCO.
In less than 2 weeks, this 60 MV 132/133 kVA transformer will be deployed to Kubwa. And this is a good pointer to the fact that this present administration is committed to the improvement of the power sector in Nigeria using local content. In Abuja, Donye Dia, NTA News.
The National Directorate of Employment, NDA, in collaboration with a philanthropist, Dr. Tudia Madueke, has ended the training of women in cosmetology with a call on the participants to put into good use the skills acquired during the exercise. Dennis Temple in Umuahia reports that apart from the training, beneficiaries will receive interest-free loans under the Micro-Enterprise Enhancement Scheme.
Speaking at the closing ceremony of the training program in Asaga, Ohafia local government area of Abia State, the NDE coordinator in the state, Lady Buchio J, said the scheme is one of the federal government efforts aimed at meeting the legitimate demands of unemployed citizens, especially young persons who are seeking decent job opportunities. Employment, according to her, is key to supporting and fulfilling personal and family goals, and contributes to local and national economies, urging beneficiaries to exploit the opportunity for self-reliance and wealth creation.
I can assure you that it is just the one you use
Prince Ara Arunsi, who represented the facilitator, Chief Chidia Madego, said the program is one of the other numerous initiatives of the federal government which is aimed at reducing unemployment ratio in the country.
There are a series of programs, social programs, that encourage people to be on their own.
Beneficiaries said the skills acquired will do a great deal, especially in meeting up their family needs, as well as exploring opportunities for greater height. Dennis Temple, NTA News.
For many generations, science has blazed the trail in all technological advancement. From the various time phases to this digital age, the story is the same. In Nigeria, the same scenario applies even in the current quest for industrialization. The question now is, are Nigerians taking this challenge head-on? Let's join Alika Okpanachi as she tells the success stories of women and girls in science.
Women and girls constitute a good percentage of the nation's population. This is despite the level of poverty and poor representation in the field of science, which has not really enhanced much in their favor. Felicia Anuma, a professor of medicine and endocrinology from the University of Abuja, she is one of the women who have overcome the common challenges faced by the Nigerian girl child and is making impact in a male-dominated field.
Nobody prays for anything bad to happen. But if the girl child happens to get married and at some point in time she loses the man, the husband, and she has 4 or 5 children to look after, if she's not empowered, how will she do that? Then that's the opportunity now for people to come and take advantage of her. So it is so important, it is so critical that the girl child gets educated and empowered in this country.
Felicia's story tells a new tale of women bracing the wall of science and becoming a force to reckon with.
A woman can contribute a lot in the society, and when you use your brains, you are well respected. So just for me, I would like to tell a lot of young girls that there's much more to being a girl. You have all the brains to use. Many girls are talented, multi-talented actually.
Pursue your dreams. Do that thing you enjoy doing most. Go for it and don't let anybody talk you down.
It has been observed that getting women issues right starts with the girl child education. Idowu Faith is a junior secondary school student with dreams that, if nurtured, will help Nigerians' growth and development.
I want to become a civil engineer. I want to become a civil engineer because I want to prove it to every boy that a girl can do what a boy can do ×3 better.
These women are a glowing testimony that the Nigerian woman and girl child have come of age. In Abuja, Alika Okpanachi, Arua, NTA News.
We'll now take another commercial break to be back with more reports after that.
A new edition of TV Guide is out with special focus on the role of the media in election coverage. Exclusive on the National Broadcasting Commission, its mandate as the sole regulator of Nigerian media. Dr. Toba Daba then and Ishak Modibo Kawu now. This edition also features the king of stand-up comedy in Nigeria, Ali Baba. NTA standards to be ready for election transmission after decades of abandonment. Find out from the DG. Transactional elections in our political space. An evil wind that blows no good. DG, National Orientation Agency Corporate. TV Guide, your indispensable companion, x-rays the impact of social media on electioneering process as electorates present their expectations from incoming government. Meet some TV professionals behind the screen and other inspiring stories in sports, entertainment, and lots more. Grab a copy at the vendor near you or NTA stations nationwide. TV Guide, your indispensable companion.
Get the latest news and updates from across Nigeria on NTA Nationwide. NTA Nationwide, weekdays by 4 p.m. Get it first. Get it fresh.
Thanks for staying with us. There are strong signals that the world may face fresh environmental and health challenges if precautionary measures are not taken to restore the decreasing rate of wildlife. This observation was made by experts as the world marks the International Wildlife Day. Mie Ogidi has the details.
They are untamed, so cruel in action, and in this cruelty lies their usefulness to humanity, as they maintain healthy ecological balance. Poaching and hunting them for jewelry, meat and leather are great factors contributing to wildlife extinction. Wildlife is now a victim to modern-day trafficking. For instance, this baby chimpanzee was trafficked from Nigeria to India last year, but was intercepted in Istanbul, Turkey, and was returned to Nigeria. The buyer was waiting to get it at $12 million in India. And in Oyo, Akwa Ibom State, the Nigeria Customs Service intercepted 600 different species of wildlife on their way to Europe and handed over to the University of Oyo for practicals. These are just few cases of man's inhumanity to wildlife. So, the Federal Ministry of Environment in Nigeria, in its 2019 World Wildlife Day, is concerned on how to expand the protection level of these endangered species.
The National Park Service has recently submitted a proposal for the establishment of 10 additional national parks, including a marine national park in Bayelsa State,
as well as scaling up support for initiatives that have proved successful.
When properly taken care of, wildlife can be a major revenue earner, create conducive environment for humanity, and great breakthroughs in the nation's pharmaceutical industry. Mie Okede, NT News.
Kebbi State to intensify efforts towards actualization of an inland port in Yauri for socio-economic prosperity and to enhance inland water transportation in the state. Usman Abdullahi Shehu reports that Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu said this at the 2019 Yauri Regatta Agricultural and Cultural Festival in Yauri.
Kebbi State is blessed with 4 distinct emirates of Gondu, Argungu, Yauri, and Zuru. The 4 emirate has unique and rich culture, but coexist peacefully for the development of the state. The Yauri Regatta Cultural Festival, which started over 200 years ago as a display of naval strength to hunt hippopotamus, presently showcases the unique cultural heritage of the people of the emirate and one of the notable traditional festivals in the state. Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, who acknowledged the importance of marine transportation for economic development in the country, promised to accord optimum premium to the sector and assured government commitment to promote Regatta Cultural Festival to an international standard.
All our stakeholders are coming together to appreciate that we have potentials that if we focus our energy on them, we can help generate more resources, find employment for our people, create income, and contribute to the prosperity of Nigeria.
The ministry's plan is that the festival will be another roadmap to the development of the tourism industry in the state.
Emir of Yauri, Dr. Zayano Abdullahi, who commended President Muhammadu Buhari and Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu for proposing the Yauri Inland Port, an appeal for the hastened actualization of the port. In Yauri, Usman Abdullahi Shehu, NTA News.
Our next report is coming from Lafia, where Joshua Ojito reports that Nasarawa State, created in 1996, has participated for the 6th time in the history of presidential and National Assembly elections. But this time, it witnessed outstanding peculiarities in the conduct and results compared with previous exercises in the state. Here is the special report.
Party primaries and campaigns by all political parties as build-up to the election went satisfactorily, stakeholders say. Then election, unlike in many parts of the country, it was greeted with high enthusiasm and large voter turnout. Statistics from the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, show that the total number of ballots cast during the 2019 presidential and National Assembly election in the state stood at 599,399 as against 521,641 in 2015. Stakeholders attribute the slight increase on political awareness among the people.
Each time we will be growing, but the pace at which we are growing is too low.
However, of concern is the high number of rejected ballots, which stood at 18,621 as against 10,094 for 2015 election.
We still want to ensure that our people are properly and adequately educated on how to cast their votes.
Although the election was not without challenges of late arrival of electoral materials and malfunctioning of smart card readers in some of the centers, the election was generally adjudged as successful and peaceful.
Nobody died in Nasarawa State. We didn't really record any violence.
We work hand in hand with all other security formations.
The 2019 presidential and National Assembly election in the state, observers note, has changed the political equation in the state. It is the first time President Buhari won the highest number of votes in the state.
This is the greatest success that democracy has been rooted in Nigeria.
Similarly, it is also the first time since 1999 the People's Democratic Party, PDP, did not win senatorial seat, as the All Progressives Congress, APC, won all three in the election. The APC has 3 House of Representatives out of 5 in the state. In Lafia, Joshua Ojito, NTA News.
The Nigerian Society of Engineers is calling on regulatory agencies to step up monitoring and sanctions in addressing incidents of building collapse in the country. This was at the inauguration of the Buhari branch of the society with the theme Reminiscences of Infrastructural Failures in Nigeria, Building Collapse in Focus. Victor Azu reports.
It's the inauguration of the Nigerian Society of Engineers Buhari branch, with the sole aim of bridging engineering gaps at the grassroots levels.
I, Engineer Dauda Musa.
Swearing in the pioneer chairman of the branch, President, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Adekunle Mokwolu, tasks on professionalism and efficient results.
It is hope of the Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers that the batch of NSC Buhari branch will deepen research work, mentoring, service to community, and collaboration with our government, academia, and the organized private sector.
And the first task here, it seems, tackling a professional burden, building collapse.
The incident of building collapse, therefore, called for urgent addition of all stakeholders to avert the incessant reoccurrence of building collapse in Nigeria.
Speaking on the theme, Reminiscences of Infrastructural Failures in Nigeria, Building Collapse in Focus, Director General, Nigerian Building and Roads Research Institute, Professor Danladi Matawal, identifies substandard materials, inadequate supervision, and quackery as some of the major causes of building collapse in Nigeria.
We've also requested the resuscitation of active monitoring by regulatory authorities, as well as town planning and municipal authorities in the country.
With the inauguration of Buhari branch, the Nigerian Society of Engineers now has 76 branches. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
And now to foreign stories. A helicopter crashed in Central Island National Park in northern Kenya, killing 4 American tourists and their Kenyan pilot. For this and other stories trending across the globe, let's join Adu Adamu also on the foreign desk.
Glad to have you join us on this segment of the news. And we start from West Africa, where a helicopter crashed in Central Island National Park in northern Kenya on Sunday, killing 4 American tourists and their Kenyan pilot. The cause of the crash is not known. However, local media say the pilot, Mario Moganga, once worked for the country's deputy president and had extensive training and experience. He had previously served as the Kenyan Defense Forces pilot, but had been working for a private firm since March 2017. The accident comes just 3 weeks after a separate plane crash in Kenya, which killed 5 people, including 3 Americans. The United States has officially closed its consulate in Jerusalem, downgrading the status of its main diplomatic mission in Palestine by folding it into the U.S. Embassy to Israel. For decades, the consulate functioned as de facto embassy to the Palestinian, leaving the Palestine issues to be handled by the Palestinian Affairs Unit under the command of the embassy. Palestinian leaders see the decision as another move against them by the U.S. President Donald Trump's administration. And authorities say at least 23 people have been killed as tornadoes struck Lee County in eastern Alabama of the United States of America. The county sheriff, Jay Jones, said there had been catastrophic damage and there were fears more bodies would be found. The number of injured is not yet known. Reports, however, say the most devastating tornadoes struck around the area, carving a path at least half a mile wide. The National Weather Service classified it as at least an EF-3, meaning winds of up to 165 miles per hour. That is it from here. Thank you for watching. I am Adu Ademualso.
And now talking sports. Senior Special Assistant